Hey guys, as you can tell from the sniffling, I am sick. I hate the spring so much. Well, I hate spring so much. It's just, bees and snakes go insane. Pollen is everywhere. I hate it. I absolutely hate spring. It gets hot. I hate heat. It's stupid. Whatever. But I just wanted to give a quick update about the movie and what's going to happen after the movie. I have not been able to film yet. School is destroying me right now, beating me to a pulp. I really need to focus on this last part of school. I'll really be able to boost work on the movie after school. After this year ends, I'll be able to work on it a lot more. I'm about 45% done with the script. I've added characters and dropped characters. Added in plot points. Almost all of this time I've been waiting, I've been working on the backstory, childhood, and everything about the king. Now, when I first was making this movie, I wanted to mainly focus it on Luigi, in which it is mainly focused on Luigi. Now, I'm not saying that Mario, Peach, all that won't be focused on, because they will. Mario is probably the least focused character in this movie. Even though he's in the title, he's probably the least focused character unless I change up the script a little bit more. This mainly focuses on Luigi, Peach, and the King, and with that including Bird Guy. It was mainly going to focus on Luigi, about him finding his real parents, or parent, whatever. I haven't 100% finished the script, so I don't know if I'm going to make it just his father, or his mother and his father, but so far it's both of his parents in the script. I'm not going to drop any hints to who his parents might be, none whatsoever. I don't know if I have already in another video or not, and if I have, I apologize for not doing so here. But I've wrote the script a little bit differently now. Whenever I had to rewrite the script, like I told you, I changed some things in the process that I think I like a lot more. Now the movie mainly focuses on the king's childhood, his backstory, and all the trauma that came with it. This is the finale to MALDQ, so it will have a big focus on Mario and Luigi trying to save the kingdom and all that. But in bits and pieces throughout the movie, you learn about the king's past and how he may not be as bad as he seems, even though he acts this way. I've toned down his evilness a little bit. Originally, he was supposed to be extremely bloodthirsty and violent, and then slowly, becomes nicer, but I didn't really know how to work that well, because if you have someone who's, bloodthirsty and enjoys inflicting pain on others, I don't know how they just calm down and not, just stop doing that just from pure conscience, because basically at that point, their conscience is dead. So I toned him down a little bit. He is evil. He has some bad intentions, I'll say. But you'll learn throughout the movie he isn't all bad. At least in the present, he is not bad. So, yeah, I've been working really hard on this movie's plot. I don't have much to work with, sadly, because of the how I started this series. Back when I was 10 years old and I was extremely stupid, grabbed this horrible quality 360p camera with horrible audio, grabbed some Mario plushies from Toys R Us and flailed them around. And that's what MALDQ was supposed to be. Stupid. And I don't mean that in a bad way for the show nowadays. I mean, it was supposed to be stupid and funny, ignoring Season 1. Halfway through, the first half of Season 2, I'd ignore as well. Season 2, Episode 4, I believe, is where the real plot came in, because at that point I realized I didn't want to have the show go on forever. Say, SpongeBob. The show was really good starting out, and then once they got new writers, it plummeted. It got horrible. There's still people who like it to this day, which there are some good new episodes, but they can't compare to the old ones. And I didn't want MLDQ to get to that point where I run out of ideas but keep going. And I didn't want to push it. I didn't want to push it to its breaking point. Sorry for that awkward cut. As I was saying, I didn't want to push the series to the point where it'd just be stupid and not funny. I try to make this mostly a comedy, but add some dramatic side stories to it, which evolved into the main plot of the show. Starting with the second movie, I think, is where the plot just stuck itself in there. Like, this is it. This is gonna be the plot from now on. There was episodes with small side plots, but mainly season 3 was wrapping up all the characters' stories. I didn't get to every character because I wanted to stick it to 10 episodes. But besides that, I finished what I wanted, and some other loose ends that are there, it's gonna be wrapped up in the movie. Now, the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video was after the movie. I am gonna be doing an aftermath episode of the third movie. Like, what happens to the characters after the movie and all these big events that happen and how their lives are going. But there was something I wanted to ask you guys. Now I want you to finish this video and finish listening to me before you go down and comment. As I said, I'm pretty proud of what I came up with for The King's Past. Some parts of it are extremely sad and dark, but still some humorous. And I was actually, from what I had to work with, I am actually pretty proud of what I came up with. And I hope you'll enjoy it in the third movie. But there's something I want to ask you guys. When MLDQ ends, I want to take a long break, like a month and a half break. I know this probably technically comes as a break, but I'm still working on the movie, so, and it's like weighing down my soul. So I wouldn't call it a break, but afterwards I might make a few short, funny, shorts. Like, I wanted to do some, like, the season, I think it was season 3, Bowser vs. Jury Duty. I want to make more of those, like, kind of a Dan versus parody kind of thing. Maybe not with Bowser, but just Dan versus parody, just funny, short. Because besides Gravity Falls, Dan versus has to be one of my favorite shows of all time. And I really, really admire its dark humor, and I really wanted to put that in my own way in a video. But I'm getting off track. This is where I wanted to ask you guys something. After the movie ended and I did that, I wanted to do a sequel series, kind of. You know, if you've seen the show and you know those like endings or whatever that says like 2017 in the future or whatever. Those were going to be those were sneak peek clips to a sequel series. Now, it wasn't going to be set in the world of MLDQ. That's why it's set in 2017. It kind of fourth wall breaking, but I'm going to try to explain it the best I can. It was going to take place in a show that I would make in 2017, but still making this in 2015. I know it's kind of confusing, but it would take place in 2017 in a different show that I would make. This makes a lot more sense of the plot I have in my mind. Where Mario from MLDQ, this MLDQ, has to go into that show because this will make more sense because the movie has to do with different shows coming together. Mario would have to go into that show and stop some catastrophic event from happening. But something happens along the way, and I can't, because of spoilers, I can't explain how, but he gets his memory wiped, and it's like the new show just started, like nothing ever happened, and it's just the rest of the show until the catastrophic event at the end of the show in which Mario somehow gets his memory back from being wiped, and he is able to stop it. Kind of confusing because of time logic, timey-wimey stuff, but Yeah, sorry if that was really confusing. I could try to type a better thing if you want me to, like a better way of saying it in the comments if that still confused you somehow. But I was thinking, it's just me exactly doing what I said I didn't want to do, dragging out the show longer. Now, me creating a sequel series will give me the chance to expand upon the story and the backstory of MLDQ that I planned for the third movie, expand upon it, introduce new characters that were part of the King's past into the show. But if that doesn't appeal to you, I had another idea. What if instead I created a different show, an original show? I don't know what it would be. I don't know if it would be Mario. I don't know if it would be Kirby. I'm still bringing back Kirby, don't worry. Zelda, even though I only have a Link and Zelda plush, that's it. Or just random guys from the Outback or whatever. Just an original show with an original plot, a central plot, and not start out like a random plot per episode, a running arc plot thing. Just, I was wondering what you guys would prefer. An MLDQ like sequel series kind of thing with different characters, but expanding on the main plot, making it better and make more sense. Or just end it off in the third movie and create an original series after the break. Just an original series, original characters, and a way better, more thought out story. So I just wanted to ask you guys that, and if you would tell me your opinions in the comments. Ideas may help, but it's mainly something I want to think about myself, about if I do choose the original series, it being something I think about myself, like the plot and the characters' personalities, everything. Maybe some originally made plushies, I don't know. But just tell me what you guys think in the comments, and I want to thank you for listening to this ramble. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.